Imagine ancient Greece, bathed in the warm Mediterranean sun. Picture a throng of people gathered for a festival honoring Dionysus, the god of wine, fertility, and importantly, theater. This wasn't just a party, it was a deeply spiritual event. At the heart of these celebrations were choral performances, rhythmic chants and dances that told stories of gods and heroes. These early performances were more ritual than theater as we know it. The chorus, often composed of men in masks, acted as a collective narrator. They sang, danced, and commented on the unfolding stories. These tales, deeply rooted in mythology, explored themes of fate, justice, and the human condition. Imagine the power of these performances. The audience, seated on the slopes of a natural amphitheater, would be captivated by the music, the movement, and the sheer spectacle. The chorus, their voices echoing through the open air, brought myths to life. This was more than entertainment, it was a communal experience, a way for the Greeks to connect with their gods and their shared history. But change was on the horizon. As the 6th century BC dawned, a playwright named Thespis stepped onto the stage and, in a stroke of artistic brilliance, changed everything. He introduced the concept of an individual actor, separate from the chorus. This was a seismic shift. For the first time, characters could directly engage with each other. Their words, creating dialogue, and driving the narrative forward. This innovation marked the birth of Greek tragedy as we know it. Thespis' introduction of a single actor opened a door, and Aeschylus, a playwright of immense talent and vision, strode right through it. Aeschylus, writing in the 5th century BC, recognized the dramatic potential of dialogue. He introduced a second actor to the stage, forever altering the landscape of Greek theater. With 2 actors, Aeschylus could create scenes of intense conflict and emotional depth. Characters could now confront each other directly, their words sparking off one another like flint and steel. This innovation allowed for more complex storytelling, moving beyond the narrative limitations of a single performer interacting with the chorus. Aeschylus' plays, often steeped in the grandeur of myth and legend, explored profound themes of justice, revenge, and the will of the gods. His most famous work, the Oresteia trilogy, follows the bloody saga of the house of Atreus, a family cursed by fate and driven by vengeance. Through the interplay of his characters, Aeschylus grappled with complex moral questions, forcing his audience to confront the darkness and light within humanity. Aeschylus' influence was profound. He laid the foundation for Greek tragedy, establishing the dramatic structure, the thematic depth, and the use of powerful dialogue that would characterize the genre for generations to come. His innovations paved the way for the likes of Sophocles and Euripides, playwrights who would continue to push the boundaries of theatrical storytelling. Sophocles, following in Aeschylus' footsteps, took the stage by storm in the 5th century BC. He inherited a theatrical landscape that was already evolving, but he wasn't content to rest on the laurels of his predecessors. Sophocles, with a keen eye for dramatic tension and an unmatched understanding of human nature, introduced a third actor to the stage. This seemingly simple addition had a profound impact on Greek tragedy. With 3 actors, Sophocles could create even more intricate scenes filled with shifting alliances, betrayals, and moments of heart-wrenching drama. The chorus, while still present, took on a less central role, their commentary providing context and emotional resonance rather than driving the narrative. Sophocles' plays are renowned for their psychological depth and their exploration of the human condition. His characters, often caught in impossible situations, grapple with fate, free will, and the consequences of their actions. In his masterpiece, Oedipus Rex, Sophocles tells the tragic tale of a king doomed by prophecy to kill his father and marry his mother. The play, with its themes of fate, guilt, and the search for truth, remains a cornerstone of Western literature. Sophocles' introduction of a third actor wasn't just a technical innovation, it was a stroke of artistic genius. It allowed him to explore the complexities of human relationships with a depth and nuance that had never been seen before on the Greek stage. Euripides, the youngest of the three great tragedians of ancient Greece, emerged in the latter half of the 5th century BC. Writing during a time of social and political upheaval, Euripides brought a fresh and often controversial perspective to the stage. Unlike his predecessors, who often focused on the grand narratives of myth and legend, Euripides turned his gaze towards the lives of ordinary people, particularly women and their struggles. He explored themes of love, loss, madness, and the complexities of human relationships with a raw honesty that shocked and captivated his audiences. Euripides' plays often challenged traditional societal norms and questioned the role of the gods in human affairs. He dared to portray his characters, both male and female, with psychological realism, delving into their motivations, flaws, and inner conflicts. In his masterpiece, Medea, Euripides presents the story of a woman betrayed by her husband, who exacts a horrifying revenge. The play, with its exploration of female rage and the destructive power of love and betrayal, remains as relevant and unsettling today as it was in ancient Greece. Euripides' innovation extended beyond his thematic concerns. He was a master of language, renowned for his lyrical dialogue and his ability to convey intense emotion. He also embraced the use of theatrical devices, such as the Deus ex machina, albeit often ironically, to further his dramatic aims. Euripides may have been the last of the great Athenian tragedians, but his impact on the development of Western drama was profound. His emphasis on character development, his exploration of complex psychological themes, and his willingness to challenge societal norms paved the way for the emergence of tragic comedy and new comedy, forms that would have a lasting influence on the history of theater.